Hey everyone, Brandon from Brandon's Baseball Cards here. Today I want to discuss some recent hobby developments. In particular, I want to discuss something that was revealed a few weeks ago regarding eBay and their authenticity guarantee, whatever you want to call it, where basically they're going to start requiring cards be authenticated by a grading company if the cards are valued over a certain amount. So they're starting with cards valued $750 and more, and eventually they will go down to cards that are valued $250 and more. There has to be an authenticity. The authenticity of the item has to be established by a grading company. Okay, and so this has been talked about on other channels. Bench Clear Media has done some work on this and what a cluster F it's going to be. Trying to, how does eBay navigate all this without creating a very significant backlog at the company that they've decided to use as their authenticator? So there's been a lot discussed about that. That's not really what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is what this means for unopened material on eBay. Because to me, I think if they were going to decide to clamp down on fraud, great. Okay, great, fine. But unopened material seems to be more rampant with fraud, very blatant fraud, compared to the fraud that we see with cards that are already out of the package. The plethora of Christmas racks that are on eBay, the plethora of these repackaged items that I've shown on my channel before. People are knowingly selling crap on eBay. They're knowingly selling fake packs and they're knowingly selling crap, right? Stuff that is just like these Christmas racks from the 80s and 90s, or from the 70s, sometimes 60s even. The authenticity of these, especially for these racks from the 70s and 80s, we know for a fact that these are repackaged. A lot of these are made by individuals at their house and they're sold as like novelty items, but that's not a genuine unopened item, right? And so that's not an authentic item. If you were to send an item like that into PSA to get graded, or into Steve, PSA doesn't grade rack packs, if that's what you want to call Christmas packs, but if you were to send one of those to Steve Hart at Baseball Card Exchange, he wouldn't even look at it, right? Because there's number one, there's no way to tell the origin of Christmas racks, right? There are some people that claim that they were genuinely produced, but they're repackaged products. Some claim that they're all fake. It seems like there's a lot of conflicting narratives going on about Christmas racks. And not to pick on Christmas racks, there's other repackaged packs on eBay, right? There's other packs that look genuine, right? But the collation is off on packs, right? Items that I've talked about on this channel, packs that are wouldn't really stand out to you as being potentially fraudulent unless you're aware of collation or these types of things. So this is a very serious problem on eBay, and everyone in the Facebook groups are constantly complaining about the fact that all these sellers sell crap, sell bad packs, sell repackaged stuff, sell Christmas racks that they may very well themselves be making, and they just keep putting out product, and uneducated buyers continue to buy it. And so to me, I think there is something potentially eBay could do here, but I think there's a lot of challenges that are posed if you're going to try to send things in, or to try to verify an unopened item as being authentic before it's sent to the buyer, right? If they're going to start to authenticate unopened material, then all this is going to do, unless they find several different potential authenticators to go to for this, right? And there's other people that could authenticate unopened. Kirk Christensen at Ripping Vintage Packs, he's an authenticator. There's a company called O-Pee-Chee Cards. They authenticate unopened product. There's other companies besides Steve Hart. If the most obvious person they would go to would be Steve Hart. But he's already the authenticator for PSA. He already has his own business that he's running. He authenticates unopened boxes for people like me, or individual rack packs for people like me. He's a very, very busy man. And so any sort of authenticity guarantee for unopened, they would have to figure out additional authenticators or other people that could serve as authenticators. And there are a lot of people that could do it. There's some people that I know in my community, in the unopened community, that are as good as they come when it comes to detecting fraud. They know way more than me. All I really know is collation. That's really my bag. There's a lot of other subtle nuances to authentication that you do need to be aware of if you're going to be an authenticator. It's tough, right? It's an imprecise process, but because everybody makes mistakes with it, right? We're human beings, just like grading. We like to think grading is this precise science. It's incredibly random sometimes, right? So people are going to make mistakes, but the goal here is if you're going to have an authenticity guarantee, then there has to be a way to spread the burden around for, so you're not just contracting to Steve Hart for this authenticity guarantee, because he's already overwhelmed. He's one person who does all of the authentication for PSA and all of the authentication for his own company. So if they're going to try to do that, then they're going to need to, diversify. Second point is that something else they can do would simply be, don't allow people to post Christmas racks, right? This is only a part of the problem, right? It's only one part of the fraud that exists in unopened on eBay. But if they're going to try to at least have a starting point without having to do all of this authentication guarantee nonsense, at the very least they could clamp down on fraud in unopened on eBay. And a simple way to do that would be Christmas racks are not allowed to be listed under any circumstances. Do not list Christmas racks. If you try to list one, we're going to take it down. Right? They won't do that because it's a cash cow for them. Right? Having fraudulent items, they don't seem to necessarily care. I've notified eBay many times of fraudulent Christmas racks. Not one has ever been taken down. But if they are sincere, if the goal is to eliminate fraudulent sportsman memorabilia, they need to focus on unopened too. Maybe just getting rid of all the Christmas racks, making them ineligible to sell on eBay. That might be a good start. That cuts out the middleman, cuts out this authenticity guarantee. There's still going to be fraudulent packs that come up, right? There's still going to be packs that look genuine, that aren't blatant fraud. Some of the packs I've shown on this channel, the Nolan Ryan pack, the triple Nolan Ryan rack that I busted open a few weeks ago on this channel, anyone that's knowledgeable about unopened could look at it in 5 seconds and go, that's probably not real. But there's more subtle fraud, and it's some of these resealers are really, really good, right? So fraud will continue as long as there's money to be made. Cockroaches will come out. That's just the way the world is. Anywhere there's money, there's potentially greedy people who don't have ethical standards for themselves. But there are some things that eBay can do, and I think the first thing they should do, get rid of these stinking Christmas racks. Get rid of them. Don't let people sell them on there. Yes, you're going to take a hit, but you're also going to be protecting your buyers from buying fraudulent packs. So that's my view on this, and I'm still, I'm still thinking through some of this, so I may have more to say at a later point. But I actually have a 1970s rack coming on Saturday that was the result of a trade. I'm really excited about it, so I will be posting a video about that when I get that mailed in. So excited about that. Look forward to talking to you all again soon. Keep collecting vintage unopened baseball, everybody.